The way I like to introduce the parkour roll is a combination between a forward roll and a side roll. With any kind of a roll, you usually roll after coming out of a landing. Ultimately, any kind of a roll is going to be beneficial. Ideally, getting into that parkour roll, that more technical roll, is gonna be the best. But again, any roll is gonna help to disperse the force and protect the areas that we want to protect. With a forward roll, again, starting with our feet together, squatting down, I put my hands on the ground, I'm gonna tuck my chin, and then as I bend my arms, straighten my leg to get my butt over top of my head. Biggest thing that we're trying to take from that forward roll into our parkour roll is controlling the ground with our arms and straightening our legs to get our butt over top of our head. With the side roll, we're gonna start to introduce the triangle. So instead of having my hands like this, I'm gonna create a triangle with my hands, not like this, but palms. From here, as I squat down in that landing position, whichever direction I'm rolling, I'm gonna put that triangle in front of the knee of the direction I'm going. From there, I go to my right forearm. Before I continue to go sideways, I'm gonna go straight to put my shoulder by my hand. If I try to touch my same side elbow to my shoulder, it's impossible, it's not happening. I can take my same side hand and touch my shoulder. The triangle in front of the knee of the direction I'm going to my forearm, straightening my legs to put my shoulder by my hand on the ground, and then finishing my roll. With the side roll, there's a little bit more complexity, there's more pieces to it, but controlling each piece separately. With the forward roll, I'm rolling straight along the line so my feet are parallel with the line. With the side roll, again, I'm rolling sideways along the line so my feet are perpendicular to the line. With the parkour roll, I'm still going to roll along the line, but my feet are gonna be in between that parallel and perpendicular, and they're now gonna be diagonal at a 45 degree. Again, I'm still rolling straight along the line, I'm just now faced at a diagonal. Feet together, squat down. Again, that triangle is gonna go in front of the knee of the direction I'm rolling. Now, an important piece with this is that I wanna take that knife edge of the hand that's in front of the shoulder I'm gonna be rolling over, of that forearm I'm going to, and I wanna point that knife edge where I'm going, because it's gonna create the appropriate bend in my elbow, in my arm. I'm shooting to roll from one shoulder to opposite hip. Again, one shoulder, opposite hip. I'm rolling diagonally across my body, but in a straight line. Starting at that 45 degree angle, squatting down, triangle, pointing that knife edge in front of that knee. I go forearm, straighten my legs, get my head out of the way as I put my shoulder to the ground, and then finish my roll. A big thing with the parkour roll is the exit. I wanna make sure that I'm sideways. When I come up out of my roll, I'm actually on the side of my hip. I want to avoid tucking and rolling on top of my foot and knee. If I'm too straight, I risk hitting bones in my lower back. And the more sideways I am, the softer it's gonna be, less bones I can contact, and I'm able to put my hands to the side to help me get up and move out of it. One of the ways you can practice that exit is by doing the roll in reverse. Stepping back, lowering to my hands beside my knee, going to my hip, throwing my arms to my shoulder into that bar cage as I drive my leg, getting to that other shoulder. The common mistakes that we see within the parkour roll is either being too straight or too sideways. Commonly what we see is that people will switch up their feet, which isn't the end of the world, but you can see that this wouldn't be as efficient. I'm a little bit more crossed up as I'm standing. On their exit, they're more here, which again, harder for me to get up because my legs are in my way, but I'm also exposing my spine and these bones on the side of my hips. Common thing that we see within the side and parkour roll is that instead of bringing the ground to the hand or bringing the shoulder to the hand, they bring that shoulder to the elbow. So from here, they do everything correctly, and then instead of going here to here, they pull up to the ground. A drop is a controlled fall. I'm falling, I'm rolling, but I'm dropping, controlling the ground to help disperse the force. The more area along which my landing is, the less force is coming into my body. And that is the key behind that parkour roll. I'm dispersing, I'm spreading out that energy across 10 feet as opposed to landing and absorbing it here. Ultimately, the parkour roll, it's an asymmetrical roll. I'm rolling over one shoulder. Even though I'm rolling forward, I'm rolling sideways.